Forwards, ridiculous. Okay, so tonight I got my first love poem. Get ready. I hope it rocks your socks. All right, so this is called True Beauty is Intellect. Excuse me, miss. I couldn't help but notice you exist. From across the room, I saw that you were beautiful beyond compare. You're simply poetry, from the lines in your eyes to the curls of your hair. Should I say, should I dare? I swear it feels as though this moment was meant to be. Like every decision you made was meant to lead you to me. Could it be that all the sadness I perceived was meant to prepare me for all the joy that you could bring? I mean, I don't believe in love at first sight, but there must be something in the air tonight. Because this is hell of a feeling, right? And I wouldn't call it love, more or less it's interest. I have intentions that go beyond your breast. See, you get something in your chest that I would like to invest in. Love is not a game, so I know I don't play to win. And I'm sure you have your baggage. I mean, look at me. I'm the kind of guy who's swagless. See, swag is something used to sell Old Spice and an excuse to not be nice when you see them. And as far as you, I have so many reasons to attempt to build some kind of relationship with you. I'm trying something new, because usually I don't covet. Usually from a distance, I love it. And in this instance, normally I'd be cool with never asking you if you were interested in me. I mean, after all, rejection stings, and affection brings out the best in me. And to me, it seems like you'd be more at home in my dreams. Perfection like you is at a place in reality. The totality of your being is incredible. Your voice so sweet, it's a shame it isn't edible. The grace in which you move is ineffable. Your aesthetic is undescribable, but your mind is what I find to be most excitable. The vastness of your facets makes you an asset I must have, yes. I am impressed by the way you express the depth of your intellect. Your true beauty is in your genius. Surely I'm not the only guy to see this, and if I am, well, I'm sorry for every man who overlooked your mentality. I know you just met me, and this is much to absorb, but you're the kind of woman that would have an atheist thank the Lord. And should you ever get bored with the knights in shining armor trying to poke you with the sword, know that though I don't have much, I'm always willing to give you more. I remember I was talking to someone earlier, and I told them that I'm completely schizophrenic when it comes to writing, because that was a cute love song with corny shit. Yeah, it's gonna get really worse from here. This is called The Art of War. It's personal, so laugh, okay? The artistry of my parents' warfare gave birth to the art that I am currently at war with. You see, this shit has me focused on the negative, so much so I can't seem to live. Something has got to give, and I'm haunted by bad memories. Mostly disappointment, abuse, and terrible things. Personally, I want to lay the blame on my pops. As far as I'm concerned, he's the reason I'm alive. He's the reason I can't seem to hold a job, the reason I'm a slob, and good God, I wish I was like you. See, he doesn't give a fuck, so I wish I didn't give one too, but I do. And I remember back in the day when we would play and travel in the hot sun. Meanwhile, Mom's was home alone and shunned, and you took me on drug runs, and unintentionally I played with one of your illegitimate sons. Your visits with women were secret sealed deals using Happy Meals and $10 toys. And as a little boy, all this was awesome, but my adoration wasn't enough, so you abandoned all the caution. Mom's was losing it. Empathetically, I absorbed that shit. When the fan was hitting while you was getting yourself off, Mom's was trying to off herself. And after the fact, you never had to feel the guilt that I felt. I was forced for years to put all that shit on the shelf, and when you left, for 3 years, you left me to dry family tears. And I mean, I was 13 and expected to be full grown. When most kids hung out with friends, I remained home alone, watching kids that you refused to raise. I spent days and days thinking of what I would do should I ever see you again. I filled my young mind with heinous crimes and spent time devising a way to torture you. Hate was the glue I used to keep from splitting into two. But as time passed, the hate began to brew. Verbal poison I would spew, so eventually I turned into you. And every weekend, I was at my friends getting dead bent on anything I could do. I fucked up getting fucked up and tried my best to stay high, because at night I would cry at all the anguish you left for me. That was next. What was next for me? Well, the only guidance I ever had besides you, Dad, was my grandpa, so when he passed, I couldn't stand tall. And 13 and broken, when most saw a teen, I saw a man split wide open. I had nothing, and for 3 years, I suffered. Meanwhile, daily defeats made me tougher, but like a sucker, I let you win. So when you came back, Mom and I, we let you in. And for a year or so, things went back to the norm. You stayed true to the anti-drug form. You took steps and I stepped out. Never did I have a shadow of a doubt that you would go back to med. But you can't change people. Now it takes something important like a death. And that day, I looked in your eyes and I cried. It's because of you. This is why I'm committing suicide. I didn't expect you to hide. Not behind those lies you tell yourself to sleep at night. Nowadays, if I see you, it's a fight on sight. It's like, all my life you were a blight that tainted my paintings with your likeness. You showed me how to build relationships around fighting, so I had to balance psychotic anger with foolish niceness. And I write this. I feel as though I will never see the brightness of the sun upon myself. I delve into a personal hell. and ask that you remain away from me. Painfully, I perceive the joys that others get from you. But I know the truth. You're a selfish, lying fuck, cause I'm one too. Skilled at misdirection, feigning affection, only to quench the cravings caused by your erections. I hate myself cause I hate you. I'm ashamed that I'm your progeny. I pretend to be chivalrous, you practice misogyny. You're a scumbag brute, so by extension, me too. And that's the legacy you left for me. So gee, thanks, Mom and Dad. Mom, gee, thanks. You and Mom's bitter fights arm me like a tank, and I got plenty of mental ammo to store in the mind's bank. I can criticize at length anyone who demonstrates inner strength. 21 and still filled with teen angst. And until now, my life has been one cruel prank. And despite being prepared for the battlefield of life, I chose to give up because I'm sick of all the strife. And I tried to express this through poetry. Yet so far, nothing good has come out of me. And the weakest is usually the loudest, see. And since I'm speaking publicly, it must be me. And every day I fight just that I don't write, but I'm compelled to write lines in perfect symmetry. Essentially, this blood in me boils every time that I toil over paintings that expose my moral coil. My parents' teaching act as a foil for any good I strive to sustain. Suicidal thoughts I entertain like every day. I think of new ways to develop my talent, but to no ends. I got no fulfillment, constant torment has me feeling like a doorman. Everyone enters except me is an exception. I'm standing outside of happiness and giving it directions. And fuck, this isn't the art that I wanted, this is a chore. So don't ask why I'm so sore. While most of you were living life, I learned the art of war.